So we introduced surface area, and we know that it is the area of faces of 3D objects. It's the sum of all those areas of the faces. And I said that I want you to follow these steps here. In addition to that, we had this net that of course is a rectangular prism, and we found the surface area of the net by finding the area of each shape by color, and then adding those areas together. Oh, let me remind you, we had to multiply them by 2 because there were 2 of this size, 2 of this size, and 2 of this size. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at another object. This time we're going to make it a 3D object and break it apart. Okay, so here is another prism. What kind of prism? It's rectangular. And we'll give the dimensions 11 inches, 3 inches, and 5 inches. Now, how in the world am I supposed to come up with surface area when I'm only given those dimensions? Well, how we do that is we take a look. I'm going to draw my little dotted lines so that we make sure we know. Oh, not the best looking prism, but I did okay. So we're going to make sure that we look at this. We know that it's a rectangular prism. We know that it has a total of 6 faces and bases. So, and I also know that there are 2 sides, front and back, and a top and bottom. This means that when I find the area of one side, I multiply it by 2. If I find the area of the front, I multiply it by 2 because the back will be the same. If I find the area of the top, I'm going to multiply it by 2 because the bottom will be the same. So of course, area formula for a rectangular prism is base times height. So let's go ahead and do front, back first. So this would be the front, and then back here is the back. So let's look at our dimensions. Area equals, so we have the base equals 11. Now, I have to remember I'm doing this. So what is this? Well, if this is 5, this is 5. And then I want to multiply by 2 because it's front and back. So area equals 55 times 2, area equals 110. Let's go to the next one. Again, I write down my formula. Let's do the sides. Area equals, let's take a look. Here's a side, here's a side. So we have a base of 3 and a height of 5. And again, there's 2 of them, so I'm going to multiply by 2. Area equals 15 times 2. Area equals 30. Let's now do the final set, which would be top and bottom. Now, here's my top, and of course, here's my bottom, okay? And I use the same formula because they are rectangles. So let's see. So if this is 11, then I know this is 11. So area equals 11. If, let's see, this is 3, then I know this is 3. So I have times 3, and there's 2 of them. So I say area equals 33 times 2, area equals 66. Now I add these together. This equals 140 plus 66, which equals 206. Make sure you label it as inches squared. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick. Yep, there is a trick to this. So I call it the Cheshire Cat, and it only works with rectangular prisms. Doesn't that look like a Cheshire Cat? I think it does. Okay, so I have my 3 dimensions, 11, 3, and 5. And I drew my Cheshire Cat face. So I'm going to write those dimensions, 11, 3, and 5. Now, here's what I do. I go ahead and I say 11 times 3 equals 33.
It's 33.
I multiply it by 2, and it becomes 66. Ooh, that's familiar. Then I take 3 times 15. 3 times 5, which equals 15. Multiply it by 2, and I get 30. Ooh, looks familiar. Then I take this part, and I say 11 times 5, which equals 55. Oops, am I going off the page? Almost. And I take that times 2, which equals 110. Hey, and it looks like that. And all I do is add these together. Now again, this only works for a rectangular prism. Rectangular prism only. But nice trick, huh?